sure you check out my Discord and email list so you can be the first to know about my upcoming NFT drop. It's going to be jam-packed with utility. You can also join the YouTube membership and Patreon so you can have a chance to mint one of these NFTs. That's going to be a very limited drop, so be on the lookout for that. Yo, what is going on? Good morning. Welcome to the stream. And in this one we have Amazing Fantasy 15. Is it a reprint? Is it a duplicate? Is it the original NFT? So we're going to get into that a little bit. And we'll also be getting into the very first one-of-one auction, which I'm pretty excited about. This is something that I've been looking forward to for a very long time. A lot of the even older OGs that aren't even in this community really anymore. Something we talked about a long time ago in the very beginning about one-of-ones and Dutch auctions and many types of other different auctions on VeVe. And finally, it is here. You guys have no idea how long anticipation this auction actually is. All right. Especially some of those older NFT degens and people that have really been waiting for a very long time for this. All right, chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from all across the world. I want to see you in the chat, so make sure you drop that in there, and welcome to the stream. All right, let's go ahead and just dive right into it. All right, we obviously have here, you know, Amazing Fantasy here on the screen, and this is the actual, like literally the actual comic. So first things first, we're going to kind of point out a few things and similarities, and we'll also be showing you the differences of the NFT versus the real life physical comic. All right, so this one has, as you can see right here, we're just going to point right off the bat. You can see that there's 36 pages, and let me zoom in real quick so you can see. We have 36 pages right here on the original comic. Now this is maybe due to ads or whatever. I've seen a few numbers thrown out there, but this is what I've seen across the board on different websites and archives and things like that. So you can even go through these pages. You have some pretty funny ads like this one. If you can't even draw a straight line, how to draw like a model. And there's a picture down here. It's quite funny old ad, but Spider-Man here, it's, you know, it takes you through the obviously the pages. So we're gonna go through the original pages here. We're just gonna flip through them really quickly. You can even see another ad here. Amazing new home training plan. I have no idea what this even is. This looks pretty insane. I don't even know what this is. It says CTI learn and practice method. Yeah, I don't even know what this thing is. Pretty funny though. Funny ad from back in the day. All right, so we're gonna keep flipping through these pages, and obviously these pages look hecka old. Obviously it's the original. So let's see here, Dynaflex method. So even some more pretty funny ads, probably targeting young men and, you know, and what have you. Yeah, so we're gonna keep flipping through here. Pretty funny stuff, right? I doubt there's those. I actually haven't even. We're gonna review the web app as well, so we're gonna flip through the web app here. You can see a lot of ads on this page. Page 27, and then here there are Martians Among Us. This is the Martians Among Us in the real comic as well. I heard somebody said that maybe there's like an additional story added in there and what that was all about, but it appears it's in the original comic as well. So yo, what's going on? Hi from Romania in the house, man. Welcome in. Good to see you today. Good to see you. All across the world, we have people from all across the world in the VeVe and NFT community, so welcome in. All right, so you have this guy flexing, all male He-Man, boys, girls, women, if you know, just 20 people. Looks like some more like mailing. These things have been around forever. I don't know if you guys still get these like mail. I didn't even know what this is. But yeah, so that's pretty much the comic right there. Let's pop on over to the, by the way, there is a drop this morning. Marvel Legacy #1, the first appearance of Avengers, $1 million BC. It began at the dawn of the human race and ends with the child's prayer. I don't know. So this is like Mighty Thor, Secret Wars usher in the new dawn. So this is like kind of, I guess, the beginning of the kind of secret wars, which is, I guess, more of one of the more prominent drops. I don't know what this comic's actually worth in real life, though. But in terms of significance, I think this is maybe the beginning of the Secret War. I'm not sure. You'd have to have a Marvel Comics expert like Sleep in Comics or Comics and Crypto to tell more information about that. All right, so we're going to go back here. We're going to review Amazing Fantasy 15. Matter of fact, I think I have to go to my collection tab first and click on him. And we can go ahead and read this comic, which actually I've already had it pulled up, so I'm not sure why I just did that, but that's okay. We're going to zoom in down here. You can see 21 pages only. Is it a reprint? Is it a duplicate? I don't know, guys. It's the same cover as the original. And as a matter of fact, it hasn't aged, right? It looks timeless. It's a beautiful piece in your showroom. That's what it is, right? Same cover, all right? So same cover, August 15th. By the way, this was yesterday. I mean, I don't know if I didn't see anybody on Twitter pointing that out, really, everybody was, I guess, so enthralled with the VeVe 1 of 1 auction, which we'll get into in just a moment. Daniel Marquez, welcome into the chat. Hi, or hey, everyone. It says a bit than $100, not worth a whole lot. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean on that. $100 not worth a whole lot. Okay, I'm not really sure. All right, so we're going to flip through the pages. It looks a little different, right? It looks a little different already. But the first page looks pretty similar. So we're going to actually pull that back up. We're going to go to page 1 or skip through this ad. So as you can see there, let's go back to the first page. It's the same. It's the same Stan Lee plus Steve Ditko. You can see Stan Lee plus S. Ditko. Yeah, so even says here at the bottom, no similarity between any of the names, characters. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the color on this is just phenomenal in the NFT. I mean, HD vision on this comic, man, like, that's pretty impressive. The coloring that they remastered, if you will. I really like it. I really like it. Okay, page 2. All right, so it's the same. It's the same. It's literally the same. This is on the web app. I mean, on the mobile app, I think it's a little different, which is pretty interesting here. This is just, gets to the very end. Important announcement from the editor. You will notice that the format of the Amazing has been changed. There are a number of reasons, blah, blah. Okay, so maybe I'll have to read some more interesting things about this. I haven't read that last page, but anyways, yeah, that's kind of it right there. That's what that looks like. Pretty similar, right? So in my opinion, to sum it all up, I think that this is it's the first licensed Amazing Fantasy NFT period on any marketplace anywhere, right? It's the only one right now, literally the only. It's got the same cover. It's still the first appearance of Spider-Man in real life, and obviously the first appearance of a comic on the blockchain. This is the very first one. So in terms of historic value, I think it's still quite significant. The pages are super similar. Obviously, they're not going to keep the ads in there because that just doesn't make sense, and some liability issues. So it looks like they just kind of condensed it into what you want to actually read in this comic. And to me, it's still the very first licensed Marvel AF-15 on the blockchain of the very first appearance of Spider-Man, right? So at its core, this is no different to me, in my opinion, than the original, or not much different than the original print, right? So to me, Still very, very significant. I don't necessarily think it takes away from anything, in my opinion. I could be wrong. There's comic experts out there that may disagree. Very curious and still open-minded to what they would think about that. Let me know in the chat if you are a comic expert. Do you disagree? Or what is your thoughts on that? Love to get a couple takes on that. I've actually invited even some anti-VeVe comic collectors on the channel here just to have a comic discussion. So definitely open-minded about discussing wider topics around comics and the NFT marketplace, or the NFT market. All right, so moving on to the next topic here, unless you guys had any questions in the chat. By the way, be sure to check out me on TikTok. I'm really trying to push for 1,000 followers because that way I can stream over here and you can watch my funny videos about me pretending to be Thanos. Right here.
No.
So,
reality can be whatever.
all right, so make sure you follow me over there so you can stay up to date on my shenanigans, and really so we can actually stream over there on that platform. The minimum requirement is 1,000 followers. Literally, it's just, I'll drop it in the chat so you guys can check that out. And please shoot me a follow, be much appreciated on that, okay? All right, so to the one-of-one auction on VeVe, we have the David Warhol NFT dropping by Ron English, it looks like. I haven't even read this article. Obviously saw it all over Twitter, so I didn't really bother to do a quick video on it because I knew everybody was going to scramble to do videos and content on it at this point. So, so yeah, I saw the one-of-one piece. Obviously, I read a little bit here. So our first one-of-one art piece drops in silent auction format starting Wednesday, August 17th, which is tomorrow, only on the VeVe web app. So this did drop August 15th. So we know that Alex said it wasn't going to we weren't going to get any kind of like update on this, but we ended up getting the update. So that tells you a little bit about maybe that Alex is there to kind of bonk the hype in the head before it's premature, and then sometimes we still get those announcements despite what Alex says. So that is something to kind of put on in your tool shed for future drops or future news or future articles. And maybe he just meant like maybe it wasn't dropping on the app specifically, but either way, we still got an article. I still think, it's the 17th, so it's only 2-day difference. We know that the AF-15 also dropped, even though it looked like they said they acted like it wasn't going to drop. Maybe that was a good thing because they don't want bots on the app. So with that being said, so maybe this is all a good thing that Alex actually is kind of going out there on Twitter to kind of negate, some of the hype. I think that may be good for actual users on the VeVe app, but let me know in the comments below. Could be wrong. It's all open up to opinion. Let me take a drink of this nice coffee here. All right. Says VeVe Artworks, the VeVe Artist program, has been a pillar of the VeVe digital collectibles experience. And now with the rollout of the VeVe web app, we are launching an entirely new vertical on the platform, Artworks. This new program is bringing both established and up-and-coming artists and licensed collectible artworks to the VeVe collector community as extremely limited edition NFTs. More here. All right, so we're going to actually click that. Introducing VeVe Artworks. The VeVe Artist program has been a pillar of the... Well, it pretty much says the same thing. So we're not going to read that. Artworks and silent auctions. A brand new product category. Artworks will soon be live exclusively on the web app. So you do have to have a VeVe verified account to take part in the drop. You do have to make sure you get your KYC dialed in. All right, so dial in your KYC if you're not already doing that. All right, you gotta be sure you do that. August 17th is tomorrow. It takes like 2 minutes to do all that stuff and get verified if you want to, partake in this drop here. All right, so we'll go back to the VeVe Artworks article in just a minute. All right. So we're going to go back here to the Ron English drop of David Warhol. All right, this is super iconic, man. Ron English in Super Size Me documentary, prolific on VeVe, and now drops a super iconic piece of David Yu himself, which is a huge homage to David Yu. I think this is super cool, man. If I was a whale, I definitely would bid, because this has some utility, dinner plate utility, to meeting David Yu, having dinner, and inviting 3 friends. We're going to get to that in just a minute. All right, it says Ron English is a prolific American artist who has produced images on streets, museums, on TVs, in books, and in film. Ron coined the term propaganda to embody a message of cultural touchstones, from superhero mythology to totems of art history, populated with original characters, including MC Supersize, the fast food mascot featured in the movie Supersize Me, and Abraham Obama, and a fusion of America's 16th and 44th presidents. English has a history of creating quirky characters such as 3-eyed rabbits, cowgirls, and grinning skulls, all very visual with humorous designs. In 2005, English began creating designer toy versions of creatures and has created hundreds of designer toy collectibles sold and avidly collected worldwide. So you can see a lot of those collectibles in the background. Even we have some variants on VeVe, like this one here of the flowers, supporting, Ukraine, relief and everything like that. You can see SpongeBob grin or Patrick grin back there. You can even see the Stormtrooper grin, lots of different characters and things like that. And you can see back here on this shelf, that iconic, skull artwork right there as well. Teletubby grin, and things like that. So quite different if you've never seen this type of artwork, but it is like that designer collectible. So these aren't normal collectibles for your average person. These are designer collectibles by an actual artist. So that's what separates them from regular collectibles. So you can see here Delusionville and things like that. He's even got other characters and things like that. So Slider2333 says, even if you think it's a reprint, you can only bring this one into the metaverse. So the real one in real life, you can't bring into the digital world. This is a licensed copy for Marvel. Totally agree. Yeah, so that's another major point, which, yeah, it's something I've always said here on the channel, is that, a lot of these people in the VeVe app, let's see. I think I got double chats going here. Let me see if I can turn that off real quick. All right, so we have chat coming in from, let's see if we can find it here. I guess it's not going to want to populate here on my screen. That's okay. All right. So, okay, cool. We got people from over, I think, on the Twitch channel as well. Welcome to the Twitch channel. I'm over on Twitch as well, by the way. So this is actually streaming on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. So anyways, cool stuff there. But yeah, I totally agree with what you just said. AF-15 in the metaverse, definitely the only one you can port over there currently. And when they come out with showrooms fully on the web app, especially the 4K, it's going to be the only one you can put in that showroom and show off. And it's definitely a flex. So yeah, definitely agree with that. Something I've definitely echoed here on the channel for over a year is a lot of people are going to want to flex and have that social currency of a lot of these collectibles, which definitely makes them valuable. All right. So silent auction. So this kind of just explains what a silent auction is. So we're not going to cover much of that. So we'll talk about this piece though. This is the actual piece, which is hilarious. All right. This is like the first like officially licensed David Yu NFT. I know Epico's got one, but I don't think they released theirs just yet. So this is like FA David Yu on the blockchain to a degree. Actually, Kaki Gaijin has the first David Yu NFT. So you definitely want to check him out on OpenSea. But this is going to be the first one on VeVe. So yeah, so shout out to Kaki Gaijin because he's created a lot of FA NFTs of the entire VeVe community, including myself. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. David Warhol, in the future, everyone will be famous forever. Bonus utility. The winner of this piece will have, let's zoom in on this so you can read it. The winner of this piece will have the opportunity to bring up 3 friends to lunch or dinner with Mr. David Yu himself, geography permitting. This is your chance to have Collector 9000 chat with David Yu during a upcoming con or VeVe event, or in New Zealand if you're local. If the event is in New York, Ron English will also join if available. Really cool. So this dropped obviously tomorrow, 12 p.m. Pacific time, all the way through Saturday, August 20th, 12 p.m. PT is when it ends. So you will have that window of time to bid on this NFT. It's only one edition, obviously. There's only one of these. First edition, secret rare, licensed Ron English, Propaganda is the brand, series artworks David Warhol. All right, so that pretty much sums up what this is. And then, of course, we have a brand new category of artworks here in the web app, which has been kind of a long-awaited, since the beginning of the app. Essentially, if you read the white paper, if you read a lot of the different things that they've been doing, and if you've been following the AMAs, this is kind of one of those categories you've definitely been waiting for. So yeah, it's been a long time coming. Artworks, music, celebrities, things like that, sports. So there's still a lot of categories that we haven't got yet. Even the gaming category, I think they had Capcom as one of the licenses. So we still haven't seen a lot. Anime. I mean, there's so much more out there that has yet to come on the VeVe app. So it's interesting that to see this. I don't think they'll release the big stuff until, well, I say that, and it's like they've released a lot of stuff here in the bear, but so you just never know what they're gonna do. All right, so let's see here. This is a brand new category. Artworks will be live exclusively on the web app and will comes with a plethora of new creative works from a range of artists and licensors. Depending on your fandom, you may recognize some of the names to hit the program. We also look forward to introducing you to a range of new artists and creatives you may not be aware of, which I am super pumped. I am super pumped about that. Maybe we'll see low editions, new artists, and yeah, I'm super pumped. And hopefully we'll see some of these like iconic artists as well that we've seen in the comic world. I'm hoping to get a mixture of those. Early on, super early on, I noticed some activity on Twitter. I actually tagged some artists and things like that. Hey, you should drop your art on VeVe and things like that. VeVe actually tweeted back to these artists before in my post, in my tweet. And so, yeah, I'm super excited to see maybe some of those comic artists come to life here on the VeVe app. We're talking Alex Ross, the Cloonans, the Becky Cloonan, by the way, for those of you guys that don't know the full name there, and a lot of other artists, right? It'd be cool to see a lot of their works. But yeah, so let's go on. All right, these pieces are incredibly limited editions. We're talking 1-of-1s up to 1-of-5s, and in some cases, the first owner of digital artwork will also receive the signed physical counterpart or possibly other utility. New VeVe artworks auctions will be available weekly, so be sure to check out the VeVe web app regularly to get your hands on one. So these are going to be pretty highly competitive, I would imagine. Yeah, so I'd imagine these would be pretty competitive. At least a lot of these. I think a lot of these pieces are. We're going to probably be seeing a lot of the influencers and Twitter spaces already. I can already see it. I already know it's going to happen. The whole scarcity thing is going to come back to the forefront again. You're going to see, like, because somebody owns one of these, they're going to be all about it on social media. I can already see it. So be on the lookout for that. Don't be surprised when your favorite Twitter personality or your favorite YouTube content creator starts talking about these. And, if they own one, don't be surprised if they really start hyping these up for obvious reasons, right? It is a flex. I mean, I've been telling everybody from day one on VeVe that owning these, these 2D collectibles and artworks is going to be a flex in the metaverse. I've seen it on Sandbox. I've seen it in Somnium. I've seen it in a lot of these people's houses in the metaverse. They have all these. The first thing that they have is 2Ds everywhere on the walls. All right. Artworks are going to be huge in the metaverse. People are sleeping big time on 2D artworks on VeVe currently. Yeah, I think when they release the showroom and you have the land drop and more, of these social mechanics that make sense, and we're able to see that. You kind of already see it on other platforms, like a lot of VeVe people have been in the, what was it, the gosh, what is it? That not Somnium, but anyways, Dez has been building a lot of showrooms in there. We've already seen it on that application. I'll have to remember that. It's one of those metaverse. They even have their own, like, you can buy penthouses and things like that. I have to remember what that is exactly. I forgot the actual name of it. All right, so enough with that. Yeah, let's see. Let's zoom out and scroll back down here. So I would imagine we're going to see maybe some decon pieces introduced on the artworks page during some of these events. I'd imagine so with even the cons, because a lot of these artists are present during those times as well. So I wouldn't be surprised to see special artworks drops during those times around those, like, big events and things like that. Says, of course, acquiring one of these rare pieces will be a bit different from the usual VeVe drops. Alongside this product rollout, we're also introducing silent auctions on the VeVe app. Silent auctions lets you collect in an entirely new and private way. In a silent auction, you'll place a bid on your favorite digital collectible artwork and gems for whatever you are personally willing to spend on the piece. The value of your bid is hidden from other auction participants, just as you will not be able to see what they have bid. And when the auction timer expires, the highest bidder wins. So that's what a silent auction is, in case you didn't know. And it requires KYC, obviously. So it says bidding on the artwork. You'll be able to view the piece in 2D and 3D via the web app. And so it looks like probably when this timer ends, there'll be a bidding button there. I'm assuming right in here where this is right there. So that's what it will look like. Actually, yeah, you can actually see what it looks like. You won, payment due, and so this is what it looks like if you win. So you can actually see here the banner says you won, payment due in 12 hours. So it looks like you'll have a time where you need to go ahead and make that payment once you win. I would imagine, yeah, it says here non-payment will result in account restrictions. So you'll also be notified in the web app if you did not win the auction. But let's be real, nobody wants to see that. I love whoever wrote that. That's pretty funny. All right, so let's take it from the top here. When the auction opens, you'll have 4 days to place your bid to win the artwork. And as this is completely a silent auction, you won't know what the other VeVe collectors have bid in their efforts to win this auction. So a lot of it's going to be whales, obviously, big time collectors bidding on this. I think we'll see. I think a lot of people are saying the same consensus. Right around $30,000 is what people, I think, are settling their hats on of what this NFT could actually go for. I would say that's pretty reasonable. I've seen crazier prices on OpenSea, to be honest. When you're talking about a NFT platform creator, co-founder, and founder of VeVe, I could definitely see that. I could even see more, honestly, especially if this was dropped during a bull market. I could see 60 to 90 easy if we had the users during in a bull market, right? So 30,000 to me is not a big deal. You can only have one active bidder at a time per artwork. This means if there are multiple editions, you will not be able to bid on one of them. You can choose the edition number and you'll be asked to confirm the amount when you're placing it and confirm that you agree to the auction terms in order to participate. So wow, that's pretty interesting. You can only have one active bid per time per artwork. So be mindful of that. So if you are bidding, you might want to make sure you bid on the edition number you want. Okay. It says you can update, edit, or withdraw your bid at any time within the 4-day period. However, you can only change your offer once every 3 hours. A timer will be visible on screen, letting you know how long until you can alter your bid. So that's very interesting. That way you don't have remorse, or maybe you are feeling some type of way, or maybe you want to bid more. You're like, oh my gosh, wish I would have did more. Maybe I wish I would have did less. Oh my gosh. So there you go. You can edit, update or withdraw your bid. Bids cannot be altered within 1 hour of the auction expiry. Any bids not withdrawn by that time will be final. So be sure you make sure you do your due diligence an hour before, or way before, 1 hour before. Yeah. Dan in the house. We have the man, the myth, the legend, Dan, the man, Shabel. All right, so probably pronounce your last name right. I always pronounce. I don't even care. Like, that's just your last name to me in my head. I think Taps Trade's the only one that can pronounce your last name correctly, but it's okay. We love Dan here in the chat. We love Dan. An amazing DC Batman fan as well. Definitely, we're representing today. Big time for sure. And let's see here. Anyone here going to bid on that? It says Jade K Ying. I might bid a LOL, like 1 gem. See what happens, but I doubt I will win. But no, I'm not going to bid on it. I do know a couple people already that are going to bid on it, that are serious about it. Hi Kyle, I believe that 1 of 1 are definitely for whales. They will put from 1K or more to each auction. Yeah, I definitely think so. That's not bad for the Omi token holders, because that's a lot of Omi tokens burnt. And especially these artists as well. It's good recognition for them. I think this is a very great way to support artists in the app. This is, like I said, this is long awaited. I think that originally they called this like Artist Alley, but I think there's just too much of conflict with DC's like actual Artist Alley and Comic-Con. So they're just calling this artwork. So I think maybe we noticed a name change there, which is totally fine. All right. Another drink of water we go. All right. It says, if you're the lucky winner, you'll be notified in the VeVe web app and via email, and we'll have 12 hours to pay the auction. Non-payment will result in restrictions. We already covered that. You'll be notified in the web app if you did not win the auction. But let's be real. Nobody wants to see that. All right. So we covered that a little bit earlier. We truly cannot wait to bring you these our artist exclusive pieces and licensed digital collectible artworks, and look forward to seeing them in your VeVe showrooms. Keep an eye on VeVe socials for updates and follow us on TikTok if you do not already, so we can share these incredible artworks to the world. By the way, you can go to nft.kylewilson with 2 L's and my last name, of course. So nft.kylewilson.com. And you can also see all my social media links and even sign up to my newsletter, which I have not even emailed one email yet, but this is for super important announcements. If I do any kind of like competitions or giveaways, this is something that you can sign up for, and I definitely will notify you of any giveaways and things like that, just so you can stay up to date with important information. I don't like to send too many emails, to be honest. I know how if you're like me, you don't want to be blasted with emails every day because you already get about 1 billion of other emails. So yeah, this is just something for important information. All right. So you can also hit me up on the TikTok. So follow me on TikTok. Has my link right there, and much appreciated if you go ahead and do that. All right. We got to get to 1,000 followers on TikTok because I have to be able to stream over there. So please, please, please do that after the stream, and I will give you a high five in real life when I see you at one of the Comic-Cons eventually. All right. Slider 2333 says, I agree. 2D art will have its place. People need cool stuff to put on the walls in the VeVeverse, and some people just like the art, and the value lies in that alone, not the medium it was created on. For sure, 100%. Why is my chat doing this? It's like, I guess I should show, we have some other people in another chat as well. I think we have possibly... Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that chat. Let me go ahead and maybe turn that off. All right, cool. We'll just keep this chat on. So sorry, Twitch. Actually, I think Twitch is already on here as well, on my Streamlabs. But all right, back into it. The FAQs at the bottom. We're not going to cover all that. It says, how do I change my bid? What if the winner doesn't pay? Does it cost anything to enter an artwork auction, multiple edition auction? So it just kind of says the same thing that it's been saying in this in this article. If If winner does not pay after winning a silent auction, the piece will be offered to the second highest bidder. That's interesting. Okay. So yeah, if that's very interesting. So yeah, if the first person doesn't pay, the second person who has the second highest bid, it goes to them and they win and they pay. So don't be too sad if you don't win at first, because you may win still if the first person doesn't pay the bill. All right, so that's pretty much everything you need to know about the 1 of 1 auction on VeVe starting tomorrow. Be sure you turn on your notifications and all that good stuff here on VeVe if you are going to participate. So, you know, like I said, if you will have the chance to chat with David, have dinner or lunch, and invite 3 people. And, you know, if you want to invite me, I'm not opposed. I won't be mad. So yeah, if you want to invite me, I may not decline. I will probably accept. I just want to throw that out there. So yeah. But all jokes aside, let me know in the chat what you think about all this and in the AF-15. So yeah, to me, this is still like we already talked about it, but to recap it all in case you missed the beginning of the stream, AF-15, it's almost the same. Like, it's literally they took the ads out on the web app. I think it's the web app or the mobile app is a little bit different. I think the mobile, if I remember, it has a couple more pages. But in terms of the color and everything like that, this looks incredible. I mean, super iconic, right? Super iconic. First appearance of Spider-Man. And then, of course, going back to the original. Look at this original print. The colors look so old. And while this is still super iconic, you can see that the coloring is quite old, and the actual NFT looks actually way better. So yeah, a lot of people, you know, might factor that in as well. Like, what happens if the digital becomes more valuable than the physical? Or maybe I've heard this. The argument I like the best, I think, is maybe that the physicals aren't valued at what they should be. So when we're talking about maybe not the AF-15, because everybody knows it's valuable, but like other comics, even like the Todd McFarlane, maybe this one's actually worth more because there's so few of them. Like, if they did if they made this into an NFT, the comic, and the comic goes pretty parabolic, maybe the physical isn't priced in. Maybe physical comic collectors aren't valuing these physicals more than, or they should value them more, maybe. So I've seen a lot of points on that end as well. Like I said, I'm not a comic guru. I've collected, though, since I was a kid, just different things. Comics really later here in life. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. Maybe the physicals aren't valued what they should be. Maybe they should be worth way more. So I've seen a lot of good points on that. Let's see here. Collins 4040, yo, what's going on, man? He says, Kyle, what's your current speculation with the Infinity Stones? I know you suggested them drop them. Do you think they will airdrop the stones if the Gauntlet comes out? What's your vision, how that plays out? I don't think they'll airdrop the stones. I think we already have 2 of them on the app. So I do think they have something planned for that, and something special for people like collecting those Infinity Stones. So we can see, let's see if we can pull this up. We'll pull up the Tesseract. No, it's not going to want to pull that up. Let's see if we can find it. We have the Aya Agamotto. And then we also have the Tesseract, wherever that's at. And those are technically 2 Infinity Stones, right? We know this one has it in it because you can literally see, the Time Stone right there. You can literally see it in the eye. And then, of course, the Tesseract, if you zoom in on it and actually go into your showroom and look at it in AR, you can see that there's like an Infinity Stone in there as well. You can actually see a galaxy. So there's the Tesseract. I don't know if it'll let us load, but you can see there's definitely a gem in there, an infinity stone. So I think that collecting these is definitely going to. I think you will need to maybe sacrifice some of those, or maybe if you collect them all, you get the Infinity Gauntlet. Who knows? Or you get airdrop the Infinity Gauntlet. I don't know. There's a lot of things they could do there, but I think we are onto something there with that. So I think we do have to collect them. They're just not super hyped right now. People want to have the gems to save up for other things. There's still a lot of valuable stuff on the app. You still have Superman and a bunch of other highly sought after kind of grails in the app still. Even the rare Spider-Man, a lot of good stuff on the app. Golden Moments is always good. Even the Ben Reilly, the Scarlet Spider-Man, Vader. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff out there. So, people probably don't feel the need to collect the stones just as yet until there's probably more stones or like some obvious like indications that there's going to be an Infinity Stone drop. So I don't think people feel pressured enough to really ape into those just yet. But I think I have like 6 or 7 Tesseract NFTs just in case, and I still have to pick up some Eye of Agamotto's and things like that. So I definitely need to pick up some more of those. Those are, this one's only 39 gems. So it looks like it's significantly went down since the news. So I think people were really aping into the secret rare, but I think you can probably get this rare and you don't need the secret rare to probably unlock anything. So the rare did go up, but it's back down again once people don't feel pressured there. So Slider says, also in 10 years when we are in the metaverse for a good part of the day, the VeVe comics might be the only version of AF-15 they ever see or know. Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. That's facts. There we go. Yeah, I think that the metaverse is going to have a huge part in these collectibles. Let me go over to this screen here. If it will let me. Bada bing, bada boom. But yeah, I totally agree with that. I think that the metaverse is going to have a huge implication on these collectibles. When you're able to have like that tangible feeling of like, oh, this is real, I think that that's going to have a direct reflection in the value of these for sure. In my opinion, that's like a form of utility, right? When you can put these in your showroom in the metaverse, that's really big. That's massive. By the way, did you guys see that Sleepin' Comics was selling his hats? I don't know if anybody was able to pick up those. He was selling like a limited drop of 100 hats, and each hat had a edition number attached to it or associated with it. I think he sold those out, so those went pretty quick. Angel C says, no way, edition size is more important. If anything, the UN will moon. Original cover and fewer editions. Edition size is more important. So, I mean, there's too many factors right now. I would kind of have to disagree a little bit there. While I agree with editions are important, I do agree with that. I think that the common cover is the iconic cover in real life. We are seeing more comic collectors that are valuing the secret rare. I saw Cavell just do a video on that, and it's something we've known as well with comics and crypto. Even Dozer, he's not even in the community anymore. But Sleepin' Comics, those guys, I noticed they like the secret rares. They do, and that's interesting. I'm more focused on kind of the common covers because they're more affordable, for one. But two is if you get a low mint common cover, I think that's going to have a huge impact in the years to come. So I actually don't even have, I don't know if I even own one secret rare. I haven't even hit I haven't hit a secret rare yet on the app. So fingers crossed. I hope we get DC Comics or at least some kind of crazy Grail comic, Marvel comic, and I snag a secret rare, because I've yet to get a secret rare. I've had to buy them. I don't even know if I own one. I might have owned one at one point, but I've never snagged a secret rare off of a drop on the comic side. So hopefully we'll get one of those one day. If not, financial advice is already flipped. You see, wait, did I miss something? The uncommon. Should I sell my secret rare Eye of Agamotto for 5 open eye? Agamotto seems like it makes sense since the mint numbers are 8,500 for Tesseract and Eye of Agamotto. Yeah, I'm not really sure. That's a good point. I think you wouldn't go wrong doing that, but this is not financial advice. So this is entertainment only. I think when there's an obvious Infinity Stone dropping on VeVe again, I think both the Tesseract and the Eye of Agamotto will both kind of pump a little bit. It's never a bad idea to own both, you know, if you're gonna own a secret rare Eye of Agamotto. I think that's just a flex. I don't know if it's a need, you know, I don't know if you need it, but I think people will want it, especially, you know, if there is an Infinity Gauntlet drop. So it just depends on what your strategy is, honestly, there. So an uncommon is a perfect middle, original cover and fewer editions. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I've thought about that as well. It's still the original cover, just a different variation. Although the common is the OG cover, you know. So I think my favorite play right now, and this may change, I do like Jeremy Paddlewer. He likes the uncommons and like the lower market cap, undervalued comic covers. But I like to kind of I like to follow the trend, like the trend is your friend kind of thing. So I like the common cover and the ultra rare. Secret rare is priced out for most, so I'm not gonna even pay attention to that one really. So yeah, those two, in my opinion, are good pickups. There's only 6,000 common covers. There's only like 500 or less, you know, yeah, 500 ultra rare covers. So for that reason, I'm in. You know, we've seen Todd McFarlane perform really well, so I think we'll see the common cover perform really well just because it's a flex. It's a flex in the metaverse, as Pineapple Non-Fungible Wonderful always says. I guess we have a drop in 30 minutes, but we'll let somebody else pick it up here in just a minute before we tune out. And you know, there's always some good streamers out there. I used to do drop streams. Everybody started doing it, and so I let everybody else kind of do those streams now. Exactly, an uncommon is perfect middle. All right, yeah, so I just read that one. Don't say you found this out on your own. I'm gonna hand it to you. Doge Chain. What? Doge Chain, says Naked Gumby. I haven't seen Naked Gumby in a minute. I remember that your handle from a long time ago. That is pretty funny. Did you see my tweet? I was trying to find what's the next Sheeb? Drop the next Sheeb coin in the chat if you think you found the next good meme coin that's gonna do like 100x. Jokes aside, popularity Slider says 2333 popularity plus limited edition. That is a winner in my opinion. Yeah, I think so. Let me take a drink of water. I don't know how Randy streams for so long without like needing a water. Like I have to have this giant jug of water or my throat just goes dry. And maybe that's because I had 2 cups of coffee. I'm on my 2nd cup. I agree with you, Slider. Popularity plus limited edition, that is a winner. Yeah, I think people like were so much on like one side or the other in the beginning. You had people like arguing like, oh, this is like scarce is everything. And I'm like, no, look at Todd, look at Riso. Like, I mean, look at all the other collectibles that have performed so well on the app. Like, scarcity is not everything. It's like you said, popularity mixed with the scarcity is a killer combination. We're like, why not both? Like, it's kind of funny seeing people argue one or the other. It's like, I think there's various factors. I don't think it's just one. I think it's like you know, I think there's killer combinations. You know, you add in everything, sprinkle it on, and then yeah, you have a super powerful recipe for super valuable collectible. ENSYC, probably nothing. What's that? Is that your actual username? I don't know where you've started typing. J, or maybe it's just J is your name. Board ENSYC. Probably okay. I'm not even sure what that even is. I know what ENS is, but board ENS. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Dogechain is a Doge layer 2 created by the founder of QuickSwap, main Polygon Dex. You're welcome. Oh, okay. It's a layer 2. But okay, so Polygon is a layer 2, but Dogechain is a layer 2. Doge L2 created by the founder of QuickSwap. So what chain even is Dogechain on? Is it on Dogecoin? Like, is it a Doge layer 2? Like that would be pretty crazy. I've never heard of that. It's pretty crazy. I see Pulse meme coins popping off. Pulse chain meme coins popping off. So I've been watching that a little bit, trying to see which one to might throw $100 in there. YOLO. I do want to YOLO into a coin. I see meme coins, the power of meme coins. We've seen people get like insanely wealthy from just meme coins. I've seen people start off with like $1,000 with meme coins, and now they're millionaires. So it's like, why not? Why not throw $100 in there? So I'll be looking at a few of that. I'm going to do it super sparingly. Obviously, this is not financial advice. This is what I'm doing. I don't mind to YOLO every once in a while. I drink coffee all day like it's water. LOS is J King. You must have changed your username. I thought it was like J King back in the day, wasn't it? J King. LOL, Randy is a cyborg. Totally agree. I don't know how his voice box stays like. My voice box actually gets tired after like an out, like streaming now. My voice box is already like feeling a little rasp. Like it feels a little sandpapery. I feel that some people are like blessed with like straw, like it's like they're like made to talk for super long. It's like they were made to do that. Like they were designed to have like these crazy voice boxes. I mean, you look at singers, it's like they have those. I mean, they have like amazing voices. It's almost like they were created to do that. You know what I mean? Angel, see, a lot of people are chasing the next grail and selling older stuff in the future season when collectibles will be worth a lot more than now. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yes and no, right? I think it's going to take a long time for that to happen, though, because I fell into that trap and they haven't mooned at all. Like, so I think it's going to take time to season those. So I do agree, but I think it's going to take a long time. So you have to be willing to sit on those gems and have a lot of opportunity cost, because if you had taken your profits in January, February with those season 1 collectibles, you could have aped into a lot of big grails that popped off like Walt and made a significant amount of money with those gems. So you do risk a lot of opportunity costs there. So you just got to be aware of that. But yeah, like if you have it's within your means to kind of wait that out and be in it long term like that, more power to you. And that's something to definitely, I think that's a good point you make there. So I'm not disagreeing with that at all. If I can even talk today, maybe I need more coffee. Minting soon. It's a 10k ENS subdomain project. You heard of pre-punk, but this will be done pre-name wrapper. Oh yeah, I think I've heard of the wrappers. Yeah, the wrapping the ENS domains, but I'm not sure if I heard of board ENS YC. I'm not sure if I heard of pre-punk either, but I've heard of them being wrapped. So yeah, give me an example, Jay, of what that like a domain would look like. It like once it's like wrapped, like what does that even like do? Like what are give me some of the like utilities. I know there's a couple of them. I forgot. I would have to look back into it, but I've heard of it. I just haven't been able to take the time to really look at that. Yeah, and the future says Angel C. Yeah, totally agree there. Naked Gumby, all the glue eaters who happen to be in this chat right now, you're welcome. So funny, man. Welcome, Naked Gumby, glue eaters. You must be from the Citadel. I don't know. That's hilarious. Yeah, glue eaters, degen term right there. No one should be holding any grails or large ticket items with MCP coming. Just saying, people will sell to buy cheap items and sets once MCP is announced. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But I think the play with that actually is, I don't think people are going to sell their grails. But I do think that people are going to ape into the cheap sets for sure. I've been saying that since day one, man. I've been saying like people are going to ape into these cheap sets, and there's a lot of collectibles that are like one collectible sets. It's just like you buy one and it's a set, so you get a set bonus. It's a little bonus there. So now might be the time to stack up on those cheap sets and cheap collectibles for the master collector. Season 1 will be lit. Yeah, I think long term season 1. I think certain season 1, 2 will be super valuable. It's all about IP too, I think. You know, like Batman's super popular. Yeah, Batman's super popular, so I think those will perform really well. Just join. Have you done price prediction yet? Crypto Corey, welcome in. Price prediction on the AF-15 or the 101 drop. I think the 101 drop, we were kind of thinking maybe 30K. That's kind of been the consensus across the board. I think it'll go maybe a little bit above 30K, since that's kind of where people are thinking it's going to go. I haven't heard really anybody say more than that. So I think it's going to be like a self-fulfilling prophecy. People are going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, 30. That's about what I'm willing to go to, you know. But who knows? Maybe it doesn't do as well as we think. But if it does do what we think, then maybe a little bit above 30K, just because people will know it's going to go there, and maybe they'll put in a bid for a little bit more, if you know what I mean. So maybe it goes to 40. But, you know, like I said, it could perform not as good as we think, and maybe people are like, oh, it's just a dinner. So who knows? But yeah, that's all I got for the stream. Thank you guys so much. We got a drop coming up in 20 minutes. All right, by the way, are you guys going for the drop? Let's talk about that for a quick sec. Are you going for the drop? Just type in Y for yes or N for no if you're going for the drop. There we go. We got somebody in the Citadel here. Grand Rising, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, let me know in the chat if you're going for the drop. I will be. It's like 7 gems, so I'm definitely going for the drop. Got to get those master collector's points too. No. It's just 7 gems though. I'm gonna go for it. Why not? Why not? AF-15 is a reprint. Sell them for cheap, please. Jayco, you're lying. Stop it. Stop it. I was so broke, so nope. LOL. The main utility, quite simply, each subdomain we are minting will be a standalone subdomain and PFP. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. So what domain are you going to mint? Is there a specific domain that you're like looking out for so you can wrap it and all that good stuff and sell, like, you know what I mean? People are already kind of squatting on some of those ENS domains. They've already popped off, so 254 floor, probably. Yeah, you're probably right. Who knows? You could hit a secret rare though. Going for 1 sit slider. Do you think today's comment will be above floor? Probably not. Not if it's a not. I don't think it's a significant comment. I'll have to double check though. I'm not a comment guru unless I mean, you could just go to Go Collect and look at everything. That's what I always did before we even had comment collector YouTubers in the community. Is I was actually using Go Collect. I think I was the first one to use Go Collect in the VeVe community. Booyah! At least on YouTube. Obviously, like comics and crypto have been using it since before I was born, sleeping and comics as well. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Going for one, it's not a valuable one. Gotcha. So 2 no's as well as from Escape and Tasos as well. Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna tune out. I'm not gonna stream it because I don't want this to be a run-on stream. But I do appreciate everybody for being here. Good luck if you are going for the drop. I'll see you in the next stream. And I would like to close with be like an NFT, be authentic, and we'll catch y'all later. Peace.
It's waterfall. Pineapple gang, I get the money repeat. I could do this in my sleep. I just spent some money on a brand new NFT. I got crypto keys, yeah, that's why they envy me. Glow up, then I skirt off like a brand new SRT. I got NFTs, I got NFTs, I got NFTs, I got NFTs. Baby, I'm no fungible, it's wonderful to me. Cellular been ringing cause the money calling me. I got NFTs, I got NFTs, I got NFTs, I got NFTs. Not fungible, wonderful, got pineapples on me. Pineapple the gang and it's pineapple the tea. I put my racks in the on me, I run it up with my bromie. Spend a little back on Ethereum, best believe I got the want me. We on the island like Coney, oh don't know this ain't no phony. He put a car in the Donnie, 27 racks on the pony. He put 27 racks on the pony. He really burning that on me. I get the money repeat. I could do this in my sleep. I just spent some money on a brand new NFT. I got crypto keys, yeah, that's why they envy me. Glow up, then I skirt off like a brand new SRT. I got NFTs, I got NFTs, I got NFTs, I got NFTs. Baby, I'm no fungible, it's wonderful to me. Cellular been ringing cause the money calling me. I got NFTs, I got NFTs, I got NFTs, I got NFTs. Not fungible, wonderful, got pineapples on me. Pineapple the gang and it's pineapple the tea. I feel like an astronaut, let's go to the moon, yeah. And we get the cash a lot, it's just what I do, yeah. My NFC calls a lot, I know what to choose, yeah. I know what to do, yeah. I've been on the move, yeah. Why they keep complaining, man, they must be losing money. I will not invest unless I really truly trust it. I just spent some raggies, now my mama think I'm bugging, but she wrong. She wrong. I get the money repeat. I could do this in my sleep. I just spent some money on a brand new NFT. I got crypto keys, yeah, that's why they envy me. Glow up, then I skirt off like a brand new SRT. I got NFTs.